Hi, I'm Tim.
Paul. Victor.
And we are Team Ramrod.
So basically,
Hi, I'm Tim, and I'm going to show you how to set up an AC circuit on Multisim and show you how to get the values using the oscilloscope and the digital multimeter. So first, we start off with an AC power source. We have our voltage RMS set at 2.47, and we have our frequency set at 3 kHz. We then have it connected to a 4.7 k ohm resistor, and then also a 1.5 k ohm resistor. So first, I'm going to show you how to get the voltage peak to peak using the oscilloscope. So we have our oscilloscope graph up here. So the first channel is going to be using the red line. The second channel is the blue line. So to get the peak to peak value, you use the two what are these things called? The two cursors. We're going to set that to the Y max, and we're going to set the second cursor to the Y minimum. So using this, we can see on channel A, we have a peak-to-peak voltage value of 6.972. To then get the RMS value, we're going to use the formula. We're going to do 6.79 or 6.972 divided by 2 times the 0.707, and that will give us our voltage RMS value of 2.46, which is about the same as the 2.47 that we have on our AC power source. To get the period of the circuit, we will set this to y equals to 0, and do that, and set this one to 1 full cycle at y equals 0. So we can see the period down here is 333 microseconds. So we need to convert that to seconds to get our frequency value. So that is going to be 0.003333325, and we're going to take the inverse of that to get our frequency. So as you can see, we put in our period in seconds, and we took the inverse and got 3000 as our frequency, which is the frequency of our Multisim. So now we are going to do the same thing, only for the channel 2. So now we're going to set the channel to trace to channel B. So now we are set to channel B, and we are going to get the peak-to-peak value. We're once again going to get the Y max and the Y minimum. Here on channel B, we can see our voltage is 1.687. So once again, we'll go to our calculator to get the RMS value. So 1.687 divided by 2 times 0.707. And this is going to be our voltage across resistor 2, which is a 1.5 k ohm resistor, and we have 0.5963545 for our voltage, and we can compare that to our digital multimeter, 597 millivolts. So that is about right. So we're looking good there. So then, to get the period, we once again have to set our Y value to 0. So we'll do that again. Set the Y value to 0. And set this Y value to 0 to the right. Now we have our full period, and we'll look at the time again. And once again, it's 333.325 microseconds. And we will convert that to seconds again, so it's just 0.000325, and take the inverse of that, and once again we get 3000 hertz or 3 kHz, which is the value that we have here. And that is how to get the values using Multisim. Thank you.
Alright, on this video we're going to show you how to use the oscilloscope, the digital multimeter, and the function generator connected to the breadboard to read our circuit board, which has a 4.7K resistor in series with a 1.5K resistor. Using the function generator, we're going to take power, which is we could use the amplitude, use it at 7 volts, and the frequency at 3K hertz. We connect the power here. We take this probe and we connect the power to the ground. Alright, and then we take channel 1 on the oscilloscope that is connected to the power source. And the power source we use, we hit measure. We hit measure here. This pops out and we hit display all. Display all, we will see that we have the voltage peak to peak at 7.17 volts. We have the voltage RMS at 2.49 volts. We have the period at 333 micro and the frequency at 3.33 kilohertz. All right, and channel 2 we will change by hitting top right hand button, and we will find voltage peak to peak at 1.72. We will find the voltage RMS at 585 millivolts, and we will find the period at 336 with the frequency at 300K hertz. And we could also compare the digital multimeter to the voltage RMS, which kind of are in the same area of 584 to 580. Okay, this is Paul. Hope you understood a little bit there. All right.
Hi, I'm Victor, and I'll be showing you a different method to show you the same exact results from the last one. We still have a frequency of around 3K. Our amplitude is still 7 to 7 volts, and we're still using the same resistors of 4.7K and also 1.5K. And for this, you're also going to be, you'll hit menu, make sure on channel 1. We'll hit voltage, and then we'll go to, we'll scroll down to show the peak to peak, and the peak to peak will actually be displayed right here at around 7 volts. Hit measure again, voltage. We'll scroll down to see the RMS. You'll be clicking it again. The RMS is at 2.47 volts. And then to show the period, you'll hit measure, but this time hit time. And that period, it'll be displayed right here. And then next will be the frequency. Once again, measure, and then time. And scroll down to frequency. And the frequency will be displayed right here around 3. And then the same thing for channel 2, but you'll hit measure and make sure you're on channel 2. And pretty much the same thing, voltage down to peak to peak. And notice how it changes color to match with that exact same wavelength. And you'll hit measure once again, voltage, and into the RMS. And notice how the RMS is at 581 millivolts. So the frequency is 580 millivolts is about the same here, and the multimeter only would read from channel 2, and that is why they're about the same. And then going back to measure the period for channel 2, measure, time, and then period. Period is displayed right there at the bottom right. And then for the final one, frequency, measure, time, and go down to frequency. Click it. Again, right there, about 3K. Bada bing, bada boom. Team Ramrod.